Hello everyone. My name is Arek, and this is my friend Michal, and it's an honor to be here and to speak at that conference, and it's an honor to share our experiences here. We would like to show how to organize hackathons, but from different perspective, from Polish perspective, which is slightly different than, for example, UK one. Before we start, we would like to introduce ourselves. Our team, AGHacks team, Evelina is here, Tomek, Michael, and me, comes from Krakow in Poland, and we organized their hackathon called AGHacks. We organized it at our university, AGH, University of Science and Technology. And we are happy to be here because of 3 facts. First fact, we would like to strengthen ties with our community, with MLH community, with community of European hackers. The next one, we would like to share our best practices and tell you about some good and bad experiences that we encountered last year. And last one, we would like to spread hackathon spirit to new people. We would like to help them to immerse in this environment. So, about AGHacks, few words. Last year, we invited 200 people from, mainly from Poland. We had 9 sponsors, and we coding programming for about 48 hours. We had about 27 completed presentations, so it was cool. But this year we want to grow to become one of the biggest hackathon in Poland. So during last weekend of October, we would like to invite you and to invite 500 programming freaks from whole Europe in order to create awesome projects, drink lots of coffee, share our passion, and to inspire other people. As we said, the amount of people changed, so we have to change our venue. This year, our hackathon will take place in Stara Zajezdnia. It used to be an old tram depot, but some time ago it was redecorated to really cool big restaurant. But this place is strictly connected with really huge IT events, such as, for example, TEDx Krakow, you know. And we are so happy to organize our hackathon here this year. But let's get back to our presentation. Our presentation will be about 7 sentences for which you should be prepared during organizing hackathons. So go with the first one. Don't worry about agreement. We will support you anyway. You know, one of the biggest mistakes we did was trusting word of mouth. Because at first, everything seems like everything goes fine, you know. You send an email, you got the response, positive response, company likes your idea, and invite you to a meeting, yeah? You make an appointment and you come to a meeting, sometimes in some cool atmosphere because you are drinking beer, you are eating pizza, you are meeting at some meetup, yeah? And everything sounds great, yeah? You fix all necessary details, and at the end of the meeting, you got a promise of raising additional funds and support for your hackathon, you know. So you have everything, and at the same time you have nothing, yeah? Because one of the most important thing is agreement, yeah? You have to prepare and sign an agreement. We made this mistake last year. We fixed all necessary things about half a year before our hackathon with our biggest potential sponsor. And of course, we didn't sign an agreement, yeah, because we trusted in a word of mouth. A month before hackathon, they gave up supporting the idea of supporting us, yeah. So half of our budget got lost, and you can imagine how hard it is to replan everything 1 month before hackathon when that kind of situation appears. So remember, sign an agreement. It's more important than you can imagine, and whatever you agree, get it in writing. The next one is sentence, we will support you next year, but you have to prove your value. Yeah, it's really common problem because companies are really distrustful, and especially when we are talking about some new kinds of events, some new kinds of ideas, and it's extremely hard to persuade them that hackathons are worth supporting and both sides can benefit from that partnership. For us, for our community, it's obvious that company has an opportunity to promote themselves, to promote their new products. Maybe they will be able to find some new people to their team. But one of the most common answer is, yeah, we will support you next year. And what next? You should remember, you should focus only on what is right here, right now, not next year, but now. So if you want to persuade them, you have to remember 3 things. You have to be really well prepared during pitching your idea, yeah? You have to know what you are going to say. Next one, you have to believe in your project, and you have to, you have to believe in your project when presenting it, yeah? You have it in your mind. And the next, the most important one, you have to be really proud of what you are saying, yeah? Because company would observe you, and you should be rather self-confident rather than self-doubt, yeah? So remember, be confident and believe in what you are selling. Okay, Michael.
Give me swag. Give me swag. That's what you hear. Give me swag. And we thought, hey, let's give a swag. And we thought, let's give amazing swag. And I'm sure you experienced that. We wanted to give away the best swag ever. And, you know, T-shirts are so common. Notebooks, sleeves, whatever. And we thought, hey, let's give something to hackers that we're going to use every day. And we thought, hey, let's give underwear. So we almost ordered an underwear with a pink dinosaur holding a pineapple, because that's going to make you so much efficient. And we even almost ordered a toy, a customly made, handmade toy with a dragon. Not that beautiful as we thought it's going to be. The lesson here is that you should actually ask others what they would like to see at the events. And we have no idea what's the right marketing material we should give away on the event. So we should ask people like companies like Go to Dave. And he spends every single day thinking about swag, and he probably has a few ideas up to his sleeve. Next thing, send me your agenda, please. We've been organizing a hackathon, and one of the workers at our university asked for a schedule. And I was like, oh, yeah, schedule, I can make it. So I sent a schedule. Here's the schedule. Well, and I think it's a great schedule, actually, because you know, he was asking about a schedule from an attendee perspective, and that's what it's about. You start an event and you hack and you end it. And you know, nowadays most hackathons look like this. We start and there's a workshop, and by the way, there's another workshop, and there's 10 concurrent talks going on. And if you know, yeah, you can hack a little bit, but remember, there's a workshop. So the lesson is, have a detailed organizer and simple attendee event timeline. You really don't have to find something to do for those people. They're gonna be fine. Next thing. We wanted to order some food. So what food can you prepare for us? We asked. And those companies are usually making food for conference, for doctors or business people, I don't know. And they told us, yeah, we could make omelette de fromage, blah, 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 with a oriental dessert, sure. And that's how it looks like. And we're like, nah, we just want pierogis. And let's keep it simple. You really don't have to think, serving the best food in the city. Just simple and tasty. That's the key. And back to Arek.
Okay, so the two last sentences. The first one, but aren't you afraid that? Yeah, that's the question that comes up in every single meeting, and you have to be really well prepared to answer to that kind of question if you want to be successful. Because who doesn't afraid of the fact that something goes wrong? I think everybody, yeah? Because there are some factors that we cannot influence on. But once again, remember about three things. Believe in what you are organizing when answering to that question. Have it in your mind. The second one, have to be proud and excited when pitching your point of view. Company looks at you and you have to show your self-confidence. And the most important fact, you have to be patient. You have to be patient because sometimes you get a positive answer, sometimes not. Sometimes you have to wait. But you have to be prepared, I think, for the worst for some people. Yeah, it's impossible, yeah? You are too young, you are too small, you are too crazy, you can't do this, yeah? Okay, true story, yeah? But that's our advantage. That's our advantage. Because it's cool to be so young, yeah? We have so much power and energy to do whatever we plan. It's great to be so small because we are able to grow up. It's our motivation to be bigger, to be better, and to be more recognized. And it's excellent that we are so crazy because nobody can stop us. So remember, have a positive attitude to that words because that are our main advantages. And as Gandhi said, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. Thank you. And one more thing, we have a gift. Because everybody has a gift, so we have also a gift.
That is fantastic. I want that for every talk I ever do. Okay, so we have a couple of minutes of questions, and I've got a series of very complicated announcements. So we're going to have Nick first.
Hiya. Thanks for inviting us to your hackathon in Poland. I have a question about a challenge you might face that we don't necessarily face. When you invite people from other countries, do you face the challenge of the language spoken at the event?
Yeah.
And how would you deal with this?
Yeah, that's a problem, but it depends how much people from other country you are going to invite, yeah? Because I think that this edition will be in Polish. I'm sorry, but it will be in Polish. But we have lots of, for example, prelegents from other countries, and they use only English, and it is normal that they will give a speech in English language. Moreover, yeah, I think that most of Polish people can understand English, so it is not a problem to do it in English. But we want to retain on in English language, you know.
Like, most companies, like, not most, but some companies don't really care about people from our countries, and they email us, hey, do we have to make a presentation in English? Can you do that in Polish because you don't care? And we're like, yeah, you can do that this year. Maybe next year we're gonna force them to do that in English. But organizers are just gonna use English, I guess.
Yeah, we're supposed to have, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 people. It will be cool that if they come to our country, but as Michael said, if this amount of people will be raised, we will see, and maybe we will change it next year.
Thank you. Awesome. Any other questions? Fantastic. Oh, one more from Josh.
When you first thought you were going to do a hackathon, what was the first thing that you organised?
Once again, because I don't hear you.
When you decided you were going to do a hackathon, what was the first thing you organised?
Michael, maybe you'll talk.
So I was living with my friends in an apartment, and we put some like paper on the wall, and we took some pictures of the people we want to talk to, and when we talked to them about hackathon, we just make a huge cross on them. So
Oh, one more from Bill. It's the last question.
Even if as an organizer you speak in English in the presentations, I could imagine a hacker, once they're hacking and everyone else is speaking in Polish, like sort of feeling like an imposter. What do you think that you could do to sort of solve that, right? One idea that I did have is like maybe having a short sort of lesson on like basic Polish just to communicate. Yeah. Because like
That's a good idea.
if a hacker's going to make a long trip to go to Poland, I think it's nice to sort of like share that as well. But what do you think?
My God.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I never thought about that. I think people should be fine. I mean, if there's someone, if there's someone who speaks only English in a crowd, people generally switch to English, and I think he's just gonna be fine. He probably will miss some announcements from companies or something like that, but
Yeah, maybe
you can just, I don't know. Thanks for,
I think that we'll collect some group of people from our team to help foreigners, yeah, because I think that it's a good idea to, as you said, to learn some basic things from Polish language, or to show some basic things in Krakow, for example. And yeah, I think that it will be some kind of solution, yeah, but we have to think about that, and yeah, we will see, as Michael said.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Give me a huge round of applause.